Well, this weekend we honor Martin Luther King and the great vision that he held. Martin Luther King held a great vision that would end racism. And we have come a long way in this country, and yet we have miles to go. He was one of the greats that offered a great beacon of light and hope to the world. And each one of us has light, love, a dream to share with the world. Now, he shared with millions, and perhaps we may touch one life, we may touch 10 or 100, 1,000, perhaps more. Our dreams guide our vision as well. I believe that each one of us has within us an urge to move forward, to grow spiritually, and God is that urge. God is that urge within us that drives us forward and helps us to become who we truly are. The history of the coming out of the children of Israel out of their long bondage in Egypt is descriptive of the human journey and our journey out of bondage, our journey towards freedom that gets us 1 or 2 or 3 steps towards our personal freedom. And so as we grow in consciousness, we grow spiritually. We learn to live centered in our spiritual nature and let that part of us, that spiritual part of us, guide us in our lives. Each one of us can probably look back in our lives even 6 months or a year or perhaps 5 and see the clarity that we've gained, the vision that we've gained, or see that we've gained footing in our dream in the world. Our dreams guide our vision, and our beliefs run our lives. In the ministerial program, towards the end of it, we have a meeting with the ordaining committee towards the end of our school journey. It is called Credo. It's your Credo meeting. And so I looked up the word credo, and it refers to any formal statement of beliefs, principles, opinions, philosophy. And it also literally means, I believe. In fact, it's the first word in the Nicene Creed in Latin. So in this credo meeting, we are asked to share our beliefs, our vision for our ministry. And so today, I'm going to share that with you. I'm going to share with you my good news, the gospel of Diana. My core message that I'm taking out into the world is there is a joyous, creative power within me and within all people. And co-founder of the Unity Movement, Myrtle Fillmore, spoke of this power when she said, "Count it all joy. Count it all joy. When you have times when everything seems to go wrong," she says, "learn to count it all joy. Such times cannot last long, and they will pass away sooner when you meet every situation from the foundation of truth." So she was telling us when we're centered in spiritual principles, we're able to take life a lot easier. And so Myrtle found that even our trials and tribulations can be joy. And after being diagnosed with tuberculosis, she sat in the silence 2 hours a day for 2 years, speaking to the energy centers of her body. And she asked for forgiveness from her body. And she experienced a deep, deep healing. No spiritual bypass for her. She did her shadow work. She did her deep healing work, looking at her beliefs. We may go through experiences in life that we just do not understand. And we may even be tempted to think that our good has left us, that there is no good for us, only challenges and trials and tribulations. Yet as we focus on God as that one presence and one power, we are willing to walk the razor's edge. We're willing to go out there, to be brave, to be courageous, and to move through the challenges, to let our light shine, to be a beacon of hope and light for the world, to express who we are as children of God. And sooner or later, we come to the place in our spiritual development where we explore every aspect of our lives. We shine that flashlight and we let Spirit shine a light upon us and within us in every area. There's no stone left unturned. And it is then that we are able to allow God's light to shine through us. No longer satisfied with living the old life, we grow in awareness of our oneness with God. And we can feel God even in the midst of any challenge. Along our soul's journey, we learn that even during the challenging times, we experience deep joy, the peace that passes understanding, the peace that is beneath the challenge, that calm sense of peace. There is a joyous, creative power within me and within all people. That creative power is the power of God that expresses through me and through all my life situations. I am that creative power, and daily I use the creative power of God through the unity teaching of the law of mind action. You know, thoughts and mind produce after their kind. What we focus on expands. In unity, we're taught to use our thoughts to help create the circumstances of our lives, to help shift our lives, and to bless the world in turn. Myrtle Fillmore speaks to this in her book, How to Let God Help You, where she says, as you change your thinking and bring it in line with truth principles, a transformation will take place in your consciousness, and your mind will become more keen, alert, illumined, and your body temple will be filled with new life. You will be inspired with new and practical ideas that will enable you to succeed in a larger way. Now, those of you who have been using these mind principles, have you seen yourself succeeding in a new and larger way? Have you seen more health and vitality in your body temple? Perhaps more ease, a little more grace in your life? Doesn't mean that challenges won't come. It means that we have a bigger toolbox and more tools with which to approach life. And we are grateful for this. Thank you, God. The creative power of thought creates our life experience. So regardless of outer conditions, the creative power of thought within helps us respond to life in new ways. And as we take personal responsibility in choosing life-affirming thoughts and feelings, we experience more fulfilling and joyful and abundant living. And so we know that as we pay attention to what's not working, Spirit is guiding us to shift those thoughts and beliefs to create more of what is working in our lives. There is a joyous creative power within me and within all people. Unity writer Emily Cady said, "We are each a portion of God made manifest. That creative, joyful power is within each one of us. We are all a portion of God, like oceans, waves in an ocean, like waves in an ocean. We are all a part of God. We are in God, and God is within us. Yet at times we feel separate from God. And I know in my life I can count on it every time when I'm feeling that sense of separation. And that may outpicture as tension in my jaw, or a sick feeling in my stomach, a feeling of judgment towards you or me. And you know what they say, I point one finger at you and I'm pointing three at me. That on some level I'm feeling a sense of separation with God. Knowing that I am a portion of God, that I am God in expression. I am God in expression. Join together with me. I am God in expression. One more time with vigor. I am God in expression. It's true. It's true. As we align with our divine nature through prayer, through meditation, through remembering these truths, and by focusing our thoughts upon God, we naturally tune in to divine ideas that are the building blocks of our lives. Building blocks of our lives. And sometimes it seems so simple. Sure, it seems simple when we're sitting here and all is fairly well. We're safe and secure. We're here at church with people who love us. Got great music. It is simple. And then when we get out in the world, whether it's in traffic or in our relationships, or we get in the car to go home, sometimes we pull out of the parking lot and there it is. And there's an opportunity right there, or in the workplace, to bring those simple ideas into remembrance, into manifestation. I am one with God. And because I am one with God, I'm one with God's divine ideas. And what that means to me is I'm one with the healing power of God. I'm one with God's wisdom. I'm one with God's joy. I'm one with everything I need in this now moment. What I need in this now moment is right here within me. And through knowing that, I'm able to ask for what I need, to be open and ready to receive the good that is, to create more good, to usher in more good. We grow. It is natural for us to grow spiritually and physically and mentally. In all ways, we continue to grow into all that we are. And this is what helps us to carry out our dreams in the world. Dr. Martin Luther King said, I have a dream. And he carried that torch, that light. And each one of us has a dream within us. Perhaps it's a seedling. Perhaps it is a small bush, or maybe it's a blooming tree. And each one of us has a dream that needs to be nurtured. And we can do that in community by spending time here together, by meeting in small groups, by coming to the marketing meeting, by helping to set up and be of service. We nurture that dream. And as we are centered in God, something magical unfolds where that dream is nurtured, where that dream becomes more clear. And then the resources begin to come together to help bring it about. The right people. We're in the right location. Money, time, energy, vitality. Truly, all we need comes together to create our dream. And that is what I believe. I believe that each one of us has a message, a light of hope for at least one other person on this planet, a legacy to leave. Each one of us is one of those greats that shines a light brilliantly in this world. And so let us live our lives knowing that this is so, that that seedling is within you, that dream is within you, and within them. We all have them in our lives. Those people, whether they're our in-laws or the people on the other side of the street or the other political party, whatever it is, that dream is within each one of us, and we can help to nurture that and to rise above any seeming difference into oneness, into unity, and help foster the big dreams. And so in closing, I want to share with you a reading that my instructor, E.J. Niles, shares at the opening of every class. And she says, at the center of my being, there is a power, which is a joyous, creative power. And my recognition of that power causes it to act for me. I now recognize it and say, come forth. Break through any barrier with which time, space, or memory has separated us. Break through the pattern of I can't or I shouldn't or what will happen if I do. Break through the past of background, heredity, and tradition. Joy in me come out and operate through me in creative ways of good, unrestricted by my memory or my background. Come out and operate as me. There is a joy at the center of my being. This joy I did not create, but it created me. This joy in me is spiritual power. I now release it. Nothing in me blocks it. I let it out and it finds creative ways to appear. It lets me know that I am a whole and wonderful person. It takes me out of what I am not into what I truly am, into what I want to do and will do. And for this, I am grateful. This is the gospel of Diana. God bless you. Namaste.